The context of the handshake in LDS sealings is eternal marriage. Marriage lasts beyond the grave. This can be interpreted to be the case when the handclasp is used for marriage partners in reliefs on sarcophagi. Though often believed to be a token of farewell, there is the sense that the unbroken clasp of the hand signified union beyond the grave. Death does not break the bond. The religions of the Greeks and Romans certainly recognized eternal marriage as it is typified in their myths. The myth of Shalini and Demian symbolized marriage beyond the grave. The goddess Shalini fell in love with the mortal Endymion due to his surpassing beauty. So that she could be with him forever, she asked Zeus to give Endymion eternal sleep. In a funerary inscription on the 2nd to 4th century AD, a young wife comforts her husband with the prospect of reuniting in the afterlife. Clasp hands were often engraved on 19th century American tombstones. In many cases, the meaning of farewell is made explicit. But the handshake between husband and wife also meant that marriage endured after death. With the figure of a god or one acting in behalf of God, such as a priesthood officiator positioned between the husband and wife as they clasp hands, the archetype also represents the triangular nature of the marital relationship. It is not just man and wife, it is man and wife and God who presides over the relationship. This has been a central teaching of marriage under the new and everlasting covenant. Before we continue further concerning the arm and hand of God, we must first codify what we have covered so far. We will use the three-tiered structure of archetypes within the prophetic tradition. We begin with the extended arm and hand of God. The same archetype gave rise to the salute. The extended arm and hand was alternatively interpreted as the raised arm and hand of God. In this case, the interpretations were also different. When interpreted by itself, the hand of God generated numerous other archetypes. The sacred handclasp is an entirely different archetype based upon entirely different physical realities. For now, we will summarize the meanings of the archetype we have explored to date without reference to the physical basis. The sacred handclasp, or handshake, is a complex set of archetypes. It has multiple elements derived from multiple planetary relationships and phenomena. These elements and their physical origins can only be discovered by the underlying form.